guys, welcome back to another video. And in today's video I don't even know where to begin. Let's just say this video is about me being sick and tired. Like, I am so tired of hearing all these things, and I feel like I can speak on behalf of a lot of women when I say that a lot of us are so annoyed and so frustrated when we keep hearing these things, okay? And this video is going to be really me just talking and ranting about the stuff that I really feel like as a society we need to shift away from when it comes to women, because we go through so much already. Life is already tough for us, like, and now we have to deal with these things every single day. You know what the worst part is a lot of these things are also, I wouldn't say inflicted, but they're said by a lot of women, which in itself is a problem. And I feel like a lot of women feel like because they're just women, they sort of have a right, or they can get away with asking or get away with saying these certain things. And I'm sick and tired. So let's just get right into this one. I'm gonna start with this one because this irks me out. Like, people asking these questions when they ask you when are you having kids. It's none of your business. It is none of your business. And I keep reiterating this when I see women who complain about it as well. We are all on different journeys as women. Some women don't want kids, some do, but not now. Some are struggling, and some, I don't know, like, there's so many reasons why a person could, so many things that a woman could be going through. And here you come, Miss Madame, and you ask me, when am I having kids? This recently happened to me. This recently happened to me, and honestly I felt like, you know, like I lost it, because I feel like in this day and age, why are we even still asking women this question? Women have careers. We can make our own choices as to what we'd like to happen with our bodies, whether we want to have kids or not. When I was younger, I may have asked, no, I did ask women, I'm not gonna lie, I did ask women these questions. But as I grew up and I found it happening to me, I realized actually people should not be asking women this. Like, and it's for me also, it's such an insensitive question. Like, for me, there was an older woman that came to me, so when are you having kids, you know, with your husband? It, you know, I almost said, like, who says I haven't been trying? Like, do you know what I'm going through? Because she was like, oh no, you know, you're running out of time. Some women decide to wait for financial reasons, and people are like, oh, you're never gonna have money. Women wait for so many reasons, and I feel like we're past the stage where we should be, where we're asking women, are you having kids? Like, don't, like. And it's mostly asked by women. A lot of men, maybe. And the thing is, I've ended up developing like a you know, because I don't want to talk about it. Like, I just want to, like, brush it off to the side, because, like, it's none of your business. Like, why are you asking me about my body? Are you gonna feed them? Are you gonna take care of them? And that is the question that I always ask people, especially, lucky for that lady, she was old enough, so I was not able to tell her off. But people my age, I'm just like, but who's gonna look after them? Do you want to look after them? And they're like, no. Well, duh. So, and for a while, I thought about, do I want kids? Do I not want kids? And it's something that I think about constantly and daily. And it's almost like it's just expected for you to want to have kids. I remember I told my grandmother, and she threw a fit, because I told her, I don't know if I want to have kids. She's like, how can you, you know, they paid for you, lobola. And I'm just like, whoa. But just stop asking women about pregnancy. This second one, like, whoo. Look, all these things, not all, most of these things I used to be guilty of. I used to be guilty of a lot of things, but as you grow up, things like come into perspective. I think probably when I was in my early 20s, I used to think like this, and I used to ask questions like this. But growing up, I've just realized that, look, leave women alone, you know, leave them alone. The next one, when people tell you, when they're like, "Oh, you've gained so much weight." So, ukhala ngani kahle kahle? Like, are you paying for my food? Are you the one taking care of me? So, what's your problem? No. You don't know if someone's got a disease or something's happening. Second of all, we are women. We take contraceptives, and contraceptives are not really exactly friendly to the body because it's foreign. They mess with your hormones and you find yourself gaining weight when you did not intend to gain weight. Thirdly, I can see that I'm gaining weight. I can see myself in the mirror every day. I don't need you to come tell me that I've gained weight. Like, and there's this meme that says black parents or black people need to know that you've gained so much weight is not a greeting. Again, it's done by a lot of women. Like, do you know how many women? And the thing is, it's people that know me, obviously. They're just like, oh, you've gained so much weight. I'm like, your face, you know, like, you need to stop. Just because you stayed skinny, you think it's an achievement. Just get over it. Get over people's weight. It's not your body, it's theirs. And I think the sooner people understand that, the better. The next one, when are you getting married? Yo. So you're telling me that I can choose when I'm getting married? Don't. And I know this is also very common with elderly women, elderly African parents. They love to ask that when you're like 30, older than 30, they like asking you, when are you getting married? What is the rush? There is no achievement in getting married. People get married young and they divorce before the age of 30. Don't rush it, sis. Like, don't be a statistic. Make sure that the person that you want to marry is someone that you have no doubt of whatsoever. Like, sometimes when I have relationship questions and like, or when I talk to people, whether it's colleagues or whatever, and people are always like, but how do you know that this person loves you, and then they whine and whatever. And for me, it always boils down to one thing. If in your heart you believe and you have no doubt, like there's no doubt in your mind that this person is for you, and you are at peace when you go to sleep, by all means go ahead and get married. But even if there's like an inkling of doubt, then don't do it. Like, don't do it. It's better to just leave it than to leave there with scars, heartbroken, with kids, and then you're not even together with your ex-husband. Like, it just becomes really complicated. And it's horrible when people keep asking you, when are you getting married? I don't ask women that anymore. I really don't, because some women don't even want to get married. Like, it's not all of us who want to get married, just like it's not all of us who want to have babies, you know. And also, you'll find that the woman that's asking you, when are you getting married, hates being asked, when are you getting married? But they're the same person asking or telling people you've gained weight, or when are you getting pregnant. Check yourself. As the next one, guys, being called lazy just because you don't like doing like domestic chores, you know. My goodness, like, just because I don't like cooking, just because I don't like cleaning, it does not mean that I'm lazy, you know. Like, I could be excelling in doing other type of work. At work I push my work, or I run my business so well, like I put my efforts into something else. I personally do not like cleaning. I genuinely don't like cleaning, but doesn't mean that I am lazy. I know how to cook, I know how to clean, but those two things do not determine if someone is lazy or not. Like, parents used to like saying, how are you gonna find a husband if you don't know how to cook? How are you gonna find a husband if you don't know how to clean? I'm sorry, I mean, do they not have hands? Like, that's always my question. Do they not have hands? Why is me finding a husband dependent on me being able to cook and clean? So this notion of my womanhood is linked to how well I can cook, how domesticated I am. Like, it can miss me, fam. Like, I have nothing to prove to you. I really have nothing to prove to you. Also, I have an issue with mothers or mothers-in-law or whatever who like want to show up and show out when your makoti is now at your home. Now she must show that she's a makoti. I also don't blame people who don't want to get married, because people have subjected being a makoti to just being domesticated. It's got nothing to do with character. It's got nothing to do how you treat yourself, how you look after yourself, how much you love yourself, how much you love other people. It's got nothing to do with how you as a person is. It's about what you can do, about cleaning, about mopping. That is why relationships don't last. Like, if I'm tired, nyolala. I don't care if there's a dish in the sink, nyolala. I'm tired. Stop reducing us to just being domesticated. Women are more than that. This one also gets to me. Like, when I was younger, I used to hear people like, oh no, like, she's acting fresh because it's that time of the month, you know, she's being funny or being angry, pissed because because it's that time of the month. Guys, do you know how it feels to be on that time of the month? Especially males that say this. Have you ever had a period? Do you know what it's like to sit and there's a constant pain on your lower abdomen, and you have to stand up and you have to keep yourself together, like you have to work like nothing is wrong, but there's literally a cramp in your stomach where you feel weak, you're tired, you've got hot flashes, and then you want to tell me it's the time of the month? Yeah, well, Nami, I'll be angry all the time. Like, that thing is not a game. It is so painful. There are some women that don't experience period pains to that degree. How can you expect someone to function normally? And men tend to say this like it's nothing. And even when you tell some men that, yo, I'm on my period, I'm not feeling well, people think you're pretending. It's different for every woman, and I feel like men need to understand this. Bleeding for 5 to 7 days is no joke. You're bleeding, you're crampa, you're shiselwa, like you're bloated, sometimes nausea. I go through nausea. I've gone through times where I've even vomited. Even medication doesn't help sometimes. Best believe I will have an attitude. So next time you tell a woman she's at the time of the month, think about what you're saying. Just think about what you're saying. So that is it. So I really just wanted to vent and share some of the things that I struggle with as a woman, and some of the things that I face on a daily. And also when I talk to other women, I realize that a lot of these topics or phrases do bother us. These conversations come up all the time. It's so horrible, especially because a lot of the finger pointing and a lot of these things that are said by women. We need to look at ourselves, and it's just a way for us to think about the next person before you say something. Even though you're used to saying it, what's that statement? Is it necessary? Is it kind? We often say things and we don't think about the person's situation or why they may even be going through what they're going through. Talk with some discernment, you know. Don't just like don't just vomit, you know. Don't just think before you talk. I know these things are a reflex, but just because they're not natural, they are common, and it's things that as a society we are used to, doesn't mean that we can't change it. Like, so many people have turned me off by just saying these things, and I'm sure I've turned off so many people, so many women, by just saying these things. And you need to start looking at yourself. If you don't like something that people say to you, think about stuff that you may say that will hurt someone else. Unfortunately, a lot of the times people don't think, you know, that what they're saying is wrong. And I think for me, a lot of these I ticked and I learned that they were wrong when it happened to me. We can be an enemy of progress as women, and we won't be able to move forward. There's so many things we complain about, so many things we'd like to change, but we can't, because us women we're not being kind to each other. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and it was really just a way for me to get the stuff that has been bothering me off my chest. Let me know in the comment section below if you guys relate to any of the stuff that I've said. Have a dialogue as women, just so we can change how we approach each other and how we speak to each other as well. I will see you guys in the next video. I don't know, yeah, I'll see you guys in the next video, and love you. Please don't forget to subscribe, guys. Subscribe. A lot of you are watching literally from my links and you're not like logged into YouTube. YouTube is literally, if you have a Gmail account, you can log on to YouTube and you can leave comments and you can subscribe and you can like my video. I love you guys and I will see you in the next video. Mwah.